Now, following a prediction of a possible earthquake by the Geographical Survey Department after an earth tremor in some parts of Accra, we visit Bawe, an earmarked earthquake-prone area, to find out the level of knowledge of residents in handling a possible disaster. Tell me your experience of the earth tremor that occurred last weekend.
Actually, the way it's like we are living on the water. It passes through the ground and immediately it shakes and it moves quickly.
At the end, Inte nu ade no eba no na metie ne mu ho na yekobo 8 ena metise ade no shake ba inte ebe twemu eba no ohwemom.
So I'm at the National Seismological Observatory to get a good understanding of the signs of earthquakes, earth movements, and how this data is recorded. I'm looking at your computer and I see a blue line, a yellow line, a purple, violet line, whatever the color is. What can you tell us as you look at this? What can you explain to us, the people who don't have the expertise in this area?
So this is the record of the earthquake that occurred yesterday. The tremor that happened yesterday. Yeah. And this data is coming from the station which is over there. Yeah. And clearly, if you look at it, you can see the time that this. If I pick here, before the earthquake occurred, you could see there is a flat line.
Meaning that there was no movement?
No movement. So as soon as the earthquake occurred, then it started moving. So first, when the earthquake occurs, several waves emanate from the source together. But some of them move faster than the others. So normally, what we call the P wave is the fastest. So it's that one which arrives first. But it doesn't have big energy. So you can see that their amplitudes are less. Later, the S wave, that's the secondary wave, will come with much more bigger amplitudes. And it is this secondary waves which normally causes damage.
The race to replace the late Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon, Emmanuel Agyarko, is on, with factions representing his two wives, all laying claims to represent the New Patriotic Party for the expected by-election.
Earlier today, some polling station executives and members of the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency, including some students of the University of Ghana and GIMPA, thronged the party's regional head office asking that wife of their late MP be the only one to lead the party in the upcoming by-elections.
I'm making a statement. We want to make a big statement to our national executive and then the regional executive, that we believe that Mama Lydia is the one who has been with us through thick and thin. She knows everybody in the constituency. She was very actively involved in both the 2012 and 2016 elections. And then she was able to bring on board other people who are not necessarily MPP people. And then because of that, we have widened the margin up to 10,000.
In an interesting turn of events, another group that seems to agree that the late MP's widow should complete his tenure of office insists it must be his first wife, Josephine Nana Baden Agyarko.
Nana is the first wife, and she has to take that position. If only they want to give that position to the wives,
sure,
she is the best person to take that position.
Yeah. She asked you guys to come here to submit the petition.
100%. She's behind us 100%.
Let's get to Parliament, where the minority has accused government of inflating aspects of the first tranche of the Sinohydro deal. The over $646 million commercial agreement, which was approved today, is meant for the construction of 10 major road projects across the country.
For this project alone, is $30,000 for pictures. Mr. Speaker, if you take others, if you take a project like the Kumasi Inner City roads, the pictures provide progress photographs, item $106,000 for site photographs. Mr. Speaker, there's another one that site photographs is $141,000. Mr. Speaker, I think these figures are far too expensive. I can't imagine what kind of photographs you are taking. Even if you are adding 1,000 pictures to the interim certificate, it wouldn't be that. Mr. Speaker, if you add all of them, you will notice that photographs alone have run into hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Meanwhile, the Minister for Roads and Highway, Kwesi Amoakwasa, debunked the claims by the minority. According to him, the arguments of the minority are unscientific.
They were oversimplifying the issue because per kilometer of road, don't take the absolute figures and divide it, or the absolute amount, divide it by the total kilometers of. That is the most simplistic, unscientific, unprofessional way of looking at it.
An ambitious nightmare awaits the 2020 class of potential tertiary institution applicants if immediate expansion of infrastructure does not commence.
From current projections, it is expected that approximately 145,000 students will qualify to enter the tertiary education portal. This number departs from past trends of approximately 100,000 fresh men and women. The nation will have on its hands some extra 45,000 students to cope with. Following past trends, the expected distribution to tertiary institutions of fresh student enrollment is as follows. And in summary, the universities and polytechnics alone are expected to absorb some 122,757 students, or 85% of the market share of new students. A tiny fraction goes to the colleges of education, nurses training colleges, specialized institutions, and so on.